Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens.
What a freak, right?
What a show. Was that not the greatest show, reality show, documentary?
It was originally a podcast, did you know?
I did not know that.
Yeah, originally a podcast. Um, yeah, exotic animal owners, freaks. Who would have thought? I didn't know that. Wow.
This just came, the people who are making money off of this was like the perfect storm, the perfect recipe, the stars aligning for this to drop right when people are in their houses all the time and have nothing to do.
I would say though it would still be a big thing. People would still be into it, I think.
Yeah, I agree because
But
it's almost getting the making a murderer treatment.
yeah,
But since it's more, I want to say lighthearted, it's still pretty dark and a lot of crazy stuff. But it's a lot more lighthearted than making a murder. But I remember when that exploded, and that exploded during like the Christmas New Year's break, I think, of whatever year that came out. But just the memes and the comedy and it's just the perfect storm.
what did you think of Joe Exotic?
I kind of sided with him. He was a bad guy, but
I think he,
compared to the other ones,
I think he was, I think he was a narcissist.
oh yeah, totally.
I think he lost his way, and at the end with the gorillas, where he realized what he did to them,
Yeah.
I think that was kind of like his redemption. I've heard that he's loving this in prison. Of course he is.
Oh, I bet.
He's famous, but just like they come here to see me. Not, I mean, come on. Like the guy's ego was huge, and he wasn't shit. He was some fucking hick from Oklahoma. I mean, come on. But
I
I
think for
think
the
the
most part, he meant it the most, or had
his
did,
heart was in the
his
right
heart
place,
was in
but
the right
he
place.
lost his way at some point.
Yeah, I think
He
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 even
lo-
said that.
he lost. Yeah, exactly. Those were his words. I think
Hmm.
he said he got caught up in running a zoo. Once he started running for governor, is when he lost his way.
Yeah.
That's when he started like making it all about himself. And he was sort of doing that the whole time, but that's when like he didn't the animals I don't think the animals are ever doing really well. I mean, that's a even bigger question. What do you think about that? Do you think it's okay to have like exotic animals in cages and have
No, heck
some
no.
some flamer hit guy walking around? Like, hey, I'm the Tiger King.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I thought it was going to go into that. I thought that was going to be after the first episode, like, oh man, they're going to treat these animals so bad, but they didn't really. I don't know.
You the killing him wasn't good, but I guess in his mind he was euthanizing him.
Right.
But it's just like you shouldn't be able to make that call. Like, who the hell are you to? I don't know. It's just
That's what they got him for, right? For euthanizing
they
two
got him
tigers.
for the hit, and then they stuck him with that, and they stuck him with a bunch of other like
Well,
violations.
they even said that was they just wanted him locked up because everybody knows if you have, euthanizing your animals comes down to it at some point, right? I guess there's different ways to do it.
The tigers are like endangered species, so he
Right.
killed an endangered species,
Maybe.
and no one he needed to have like an official there to say yes, this is what we should do, not shoot him in the head and bury him.
Right.
But let's talk about that other guy. What's his name? The guy who the guy that basically screwed him over. That
Jeff
guy's
Lowe.
human. He's human garbage, dude.
Oh yeah.
He's like one of the worst people I've ever like observed in my life. Yeah, I mean, he just like he's walking cancer. Like he was the worst one of them all. Besides that guy who like banged all those girls, who like brought teenage girls onto his property and then like made them like into some harem. That
That
guy,
guy was that Doc Ansel. Ansel.
yeah,
Dude,
I just
that guy's a scumbag. I just from the
yeah.
first episode, I knew like, man, this guy's just the
You can
way he
see
was. Just the way, and it's the way the editors like they made him look bad, just like trying to direct them and
he would get
stuff.
mad though. He would get mad at certain questions. He'd get mad because he'd be like, "What?" You could tell like he knew what he was and he didn't want to talk about it. Kind of
Yeah,
like when he's like, "Were you trying to say it's a fucking cult?" I know what you're trying to get me to say. It's like, well, no one said that. Like, but yeah, it is a cult, pretty much. I mean, that girl really, really made him look bad. The girl that got away, that left. She
Oh
made him look
yeah.
like shit. And then the guys that with Joe made Joe look like shit. Those conditions were terrible. I mean, he finds 19-year-old guys out of prison with nowhere to go and come work on my tiger farm, and it's just all seedy as fuck. It really is. And then
So
Carol killed her husband, dude. I believe that. I really do.
the bitch killed her husband. That's the new Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
She did, man. How
Their
did she
husband
not?
killed.
How did she not? He just disappeared. He left his fortune behind. Come on.
I don't think I believe because the way because he said to his friend said that if he pulled this off, whatever it was. Remember he said like the last time he saw his name wasn't Joe. What was his name? Dan? Dan Baskin?
Yeah.
Don Lewis.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I don't know.
he said something about if I pull this off, it'll be a miracle or something like that.
That could be anything though. That's hearsay too.
Right. Oh, Carol Baskin.
She's a nightmare.
Did all of them.
And what's funny is she's like the biggest hypocrite. Because yeah, what Joe's doing is wrong, and yeah, Joe's this and Joe's that. Yeah. But she's doing the exact same fucking thing.
Oh yeah. I said that
And
the
she's
first episode when they were trying to
she,
make her look like the good guy at first, like against Joe. Like they painted Joe as like this,
wacko, which he is,
wacko
but
evil tiger guy.
yeah.
And then she's like, "Why rescue them?" And after they show her place, I'm like that it looks exactly the same. You're doing the exact same thing.
At least Joe pays his people, even if it's like nothing.
Oh
Like those are
yeah,
she uses all volunteers, fucking crazy animal people.
yeah. It's so much. There's just so much going on in those 6 episodes.
They're gonna make I guess a real movie out of it, which I don't know if it's gonna be any good. But I heard Kate McKinnon from SNL as
Oh
Carol
god,
Baskins. Yeah, and then I heard Danny McBride possibly as Joe, but I don't know. I could see that. Um,
that would
I
be
don't
good.
know.
I wonder if
I'm
they can do that. I wonder if they can make like a podcast with Joe in jail.
well, they're trying to get him out now. That's going to be the big thing. Free Joe, free Joe, Joe
Joe
Exotic.
Exotic. Oh my god. Can you imagine just going to prison, just knowing like whatever your life is, and then all of a sudden, hey Joe, you're famous. He probably
Yeah,
knew this documentary was coming out for a while. I'm assuming.
but then like whoever like told him like you're #1 on Netflix, and here's all this stuff on the internet, and everyone loves you, and they can't get enough of you. He probably like hit the roof. He was like, oh ho, and then all the Carol Baskin memes like show him that like look at this, look at that.
I told you that Jared Baskin killed her husband. See?
Yeah. That though that suicide in there, that was pretty rough.
Oh yeah,
But you see the guy look right at him when it happens, like Jesus.
yeah.
And then Joe is like fucking singing at his funeral. Like
Talk,
what is that is like too much, man. It's because of you.
and talking
Like,
about his golden nuggets.
yeah. And these guys weren't gay. They were just desperate and had nowhere to go. Like that's creepy, man. Like that's creepy. And he's like 50 something and they're like 19.
Yeah.
Like he's
I almost want to go back and rewatch it. There's just so much.
you could tell everyone hated him at the end too. Like he pissed everybody off with his fucking behavior.
Yeah.
But that dude, what's his name? The shady guy from Las Vegas?
Jeff
Like,
Lowe.
yeah, like he's scum, man. Like I hope he fucking gets what's coming to him.
Yeah.
And then that fucking fat dude on the jet ski, like he's scum too. They're both scum.
Can
Like
you
what?
shoot this? Can you shoot this scene of me on a jet ski, even though it has nothing to do with anything about the story?
Yeah, like here comes this cool guy on a jet ski. Wow, like it didn't impress anybody. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
But why? Why would you associate with these people? Like why would you put this in this fucking guy's name? Like why would you trust this fucking guy?
Because he was desperate. He needed money.
He had no one.
Well,
That's the
no,
thing.
that's because he was
Yeah,
going against Carol Baskin. She was suing him.
but you should have picked somebody else than this fucking guy from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Like God, or wherever he was from. He got busted in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And then I mean, then that other guy from Miami that they said like the original Scarface. Like what is with people with exotic animals and like criminals? Is it just like is it just like a status symbol?
Yeah.
Because that guy got busted running coke. I mean, And it's like, oh, I remember I got my first animal. It was amazing. It's like, I just don't know. I don't know. It's not like a dog. It can't show you love. I mean, I guess it can, but it's also like a wild animal. It's not meant to be a pet. It's just like, I guess, some power thing or something. Like Mike Tyson has tigers, or he did.
It's a
I
power
don't.
thing. It's a power thing. You have power and money, and then they made money off of them. So
I just, uh, yeah. Well, they talked about him being gay, Joe Exotic, and then how his family didn't accept him, and then how like animals made him feel better, and that was okay. I got that, but then he wanted to be a star so bad. He just wanted to be a star so bad, and he just he lost his way, like he said. He lost his way, and 22 years in prison, man, he's gonna get out when he's like 70 or 80. So sucks. It really does. Um,
well, we're
you,
just thankful that this piece came out during the week 1, week 2, whatever it is, of
so
our quarantine.
so did Carol Baskin kill her husband? What do you think?
Yes,
Okay.
for sure. Because even if that guy did try to escape, he has no money.
What about Joe Exotic's hit? Do you see anything sketchy with that? That
So
one,
that was
that
hard.
one.
I almost had to rewatch that because there was so much going on in that
Well,
episode.
that redneck guy was like, "Give me $5,000, I'll go do it," and he said he just wanted to rip him off, and then he took $3,000 because Joe was probably trying to stiff him,
And they
knowing
set him
Joe.
up. That was a setup.
Well, he went down to Florida, and he never went down to Florida. And he's on tape saying he didn't go down to Florida. So I don't know. Is there any audio of him saying "killer"? I know they tried to get him on videotape, but he never said anything. Like he was just kind of, it was real awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then there was like he tried to set him up with the undercover agent.
He didn't,
And he
money was never
didn't.
exchanged.
Right.
Now he did talk about it though, I think. And that's the thing is he talked about it all the time, so no one knew if they could take him seriously or not.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, kill the bitch, kill the bitch.
I don't know. I don't know. I like you said. I think he just took it too far, and he got what was coming to him.
What do you think about, you say you're watching Ozark?
Yes,
I'm 2 episodes in.
I'm 3 episodes in.
Well, obviously
I
don't
won't. Yeah,
spoil it.
obviously
But it seems like the wife's gone off the rails.
that is true, and it
Seems like
goes even further in episode 3.
excellent. I can't wait. It seems like do you think she wants to be like that other lady, Helen? Like she emulates Helen?
Yeah, I think
Like
she's
I want to be a big shot like Helen, even though Helen's not a big shot because she's getting waterboarded.
right. Well, okay. I don't know if we can discuss this because something does happen in episode 3.
Okay, well just
I mean, no,
pretend.
we can discuss it, but
I just want to ask one question. It's a yes or no question, and it's more of an opinion question. So in episode 2, Bateman's listening to her phone call with the cartel guy who has a scary story that's sort of a message. And then Bateman proceeds to fuck her over by fucking up the other casino. Does Bateman not give a shit about her anymore? Yes or no?
I think he cares more about the operation. It's operation over everything.
She just fucked him though, like pretty bad. Like she's like, we need to protect ourselves and get more involved. Like get more involved? Like take on more responsibility? Like
It
really?
doesn't make any sense. I think
Yeah, it's nuts.
If it's true, I just think she wants to do something deep down. Like she wants to
be somebody.
She wants to be somebody, but her excuse is that
Protecting the
she's
family.
protecting the family so they can get something legit, even though it's not legit.
It's not legit at all. It's not legit. There's nothing legit about it.
I can't remember. Like, see, I'm trying to remember what happens in episode 2 and not episode 3. So there's no spoilers.
At the end of episode 2, the FBI is like, we're gonna
okay, exactly.
the fuck up. Man.
So that's what happens.
Yeah. Holy shit! I'm not saying I'd smack my wife. Don't get me wrong, but I'd be like, "What the fuck, lady?"
Even though blowing up a casino, or just a casino blowing up, so it's almost like they're both they're both
They're,
doing things that are causing too
they're out,
much attention.
they're out to get each other,
Hmm.
and that Helen knows. She can tell. And I guess if there's more to that in the third episode, which I'll watch tonight probably, I'll find out. But Helen knows there's a rift between them, and Helen's not an idiot either. So
No, it's good. I mean, two even after the second episode, like man, this is starting off really good.
it's really good. And then the brother, and I'm not trying to be mean, but the brother, I hate doing this. The actress who plays the mom is like 57. Okay, she
Yeah,
looks great. She's an attractive lady. I'm not dogging her. Her brother is 37 in real life.
hmm.
I looked it up because I'm that big of an asshole. So you have a brother who's 20 years younger than you? It's possible, I
Well,
guess.
at the same time, like
Yeah, I
the
know.
kids
They're
are
not supposed to
16
be.
and 14. They look like they're
Right.
20 and 18, maybe.
Dude, Bateman's 51, dude. He's timeless. He is timeless. He's
He's
like
only
Paul.
51.
Only 51? He looks like he's 40, man. Like, Jesus.
You're
He's
right, but I just know, like in my head, like, he's been around for a long
Yeah,
time.
he's been around forever. He's
Yeah,
always been there. He's always been there for us, man.
classic Bateman.
Another show on Netflix that I like while we're on the Netflix subject is a cartoon. F is for Family. It's a Bill Burr cartoon. I binge watched 3 seasons of that.
It's
A
funny, isn't it?
profane cartoon. He basically, I think, plays his dad, who his dad was,
Hmm.
and then there's a kid named Bill. It's good. It takes place in the 70s. If you like cartoons and adult humor, I suggest it. Bill Burr is awesome, obviously, and he's just it's good. It's funny.
I
It's good for a laugh. Lighten up after these kind of hardcore shows. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I think I watched the first 2 seasons, and then I think I watched one episode of the new one. And is there how many seasons are there? 3 or 4?
There's 3, but there's one coming out. They say 2020. They don't say one though. So
Okay,
I'm sure they'll probably try to speed it up since everyone's at home.
right.
Another show on Netflix. Sorry, you can say something.
No, you're good.
Another show on Netflix is The Borgias. I have mentioned that. I finished that. Basically, Borgia was a pope in 1400 something. Rome. Awful people. Scandal. Murder. Sex. Worse. Yeah, it's a fun show. Jeremy Irons from The Watchmen and like a million other things. Good show. Now that's not lighthearted at all. It's very fucking dark. And another thing, they got the plague going on, the bubonic plague. Okay,
Oh man,
so you see
can't get
people
away
like,
from it.
yeah. Well, they're burning people's houses down. I mean, they're burning bodies. So we're not there yet. But yeah, you can't get away from it. Good point. And then, oh boy, Saul. I know you're watching that, right?
Oh yeah, what an episode.
Now, the last episode, and I had someone kind of not get in my face, I'm being dramatic, but we had an argument. And again, an argument about Saul, not like an argument about something serious. That was out of character for him to do to Kim, what he did last episode?
Was it out of character?
No. That was, no, it wasn't out of character, but that's not something you do to somebody you love, right? And then even more, I'll go, and my response was, it was out of character of Kim to be like, let's get married after that, my opinion.
Dude, that was weird.
That was weird. That shows Kim's like kind of got a moral defect, right?
I had to rewind that. I'm like, is that what she said?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Hmm.
So Saul really stuck it to them
Yeah,
in a very shady way.
that was so. I think that's like the first.
That's the first Saul like really doing some Saul damage.
Yeah. Well, you just know we're waiting for it. We're waiting for him to turn on her, or vice versa. We're waiting for something
You know
to happen
what?
because we know Kim's not in the Breaking Bad universe.
You know what though? I remembered something. I remembered he
What's that?
referenced his ex-wife at some point in
Really?
Breaking. Yeah, when he's talking to Walt in his office. So I don't know if
Hmm.
it's her. I don't know what. Who knows?
And they get married. I didn't even know
Yeah.
that. I didn't know that he was married.
Yeah, I think it was just one of those passing things. Also in the first season, where he lies about being Kevin Costner with his friend.
Hmm.
He says that in Breaking Bad too. He's like, I once convinced somebody else, Kevin Costner. So again, Easter eggs, or I guess.
That's funny because I watched like a recap or something with oh my god, what's the director?
Oh shit, I can't think of his name too. I'm not all there right now. I guess.
Oh
I
my
guess.
god, we're going to hell.
Well, I was going to some essential businesses like liquor stores. So
Breaking Bad created by Gilligan, Vince
yeah,
Gilligan.
Vince Gilligan.
Jesus. Um, But he was saying that people like he works for, like the crew, are constantly telling him, "Hey, remember this?" and "Hey, remember this?" and "We need to bring this guy. We need to bring this guy in." He's like, "Well, not everything needs to be an Easter egg." He's like, "They remember
Yeah,
more than I do."
you don't want one big Easter egg. You don't want it to be just one big
But
homage.
it's like the sub characters, like they're bringing back, like it's Saul's not bodyguard. Um,
Yule's
no, but
back.
not, but even more like the
You
guy
th-
who he had break into. Oh, I think it was last season.
yeah. I thought that
Like
was
he's having
actually.
doing dirty work for him,
Do you know
the
who?
breaking and entering. But he was in Better Call. He was in Breaking Bad, like for one shot or something really minor.
Do you know who I thought that was going to be? I thought it was going to be Bill
Bill
Burr.
Burr. God,
Yep.
I hope he
I
makes an appearance.
I was like, oh God, Bill Burr. He's going to hook up with Bill Burr, and I'm like, no, it's this guy. Fuck. It's like Yule's back, and
Yeah,
then you bring back the Burr, but Burr's like bald now, doesn't have hair. So, well, so is
right.
Saul. So,
Yeah, Saul's
uh,
they're looking old. Like it's supposed to be 20 years, almost not 20, but 10. Let's
I
see.
mean, it's getting
Oh
closer.
no! Breaking Bad was 2007.
2008 to
2007.
2015.
It's at least the start of it, and they're like what 2003, 2004.
I thought in the first season or second season they said it was like 2000 or 2001. It's supposed to be 10 years before, I think.
Right.
So,
No, but this was a good and fun episode.
what do you think of Mike?
What happened with Mike in this one? I can't remember.
Well, not this one exactly, but the fallback is he snapped at his daughter,
Yeah.
and then he got into a fight with a bunch of guys outside their house. He broke one of their arms. Then he went back again like an idiot, which I would never walk down that street again in my life if I
Mm-hmm.
like got away with that. Even if, especially if I didn't get away with it. And then Saul had him in a, not Saul, Gus had him in a doctor, a secret doctor. That's a callback. You remember that from
Mm-hmm.
when Mike got shot? That's the doctor he had.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so that was a callback. And then he agreed to be on Gus's side. Then basically he worked with Nacho to take down Layla. Now Layla's arrested.
Right.
So Layla's arrested, and it looks like Saul is going to probably, I'm assuming, get dragged into that somehow.
Right.
Because
Hmm.
they set him up.
I forgot about that. Well, yeah, because Layla's not in Breaking Bad. I think they brought him up once.
They brought up Nacho too. I think Nacho, I predict Nacho is going to just take off someday. He's
Yeah.
just going to take off. Like something's going to happen to his dad or something. And he's going to be like, I don't need to be here anymore. Bye. And just take off.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get a big bag of money and just take off. And I hope he does too. I like him. I think he's actually a good person. He's just playing the card, the hand that he was dealt. You
Yeah.
know. But like, fuck, you see like Layla reaching for the gun, like that was his instinct was just to
Yeah.
grab the gun. Well, God, dude,
Yeah.
God. So he's in jail. I'm assuming they're gonna get Saul to try to help him, but then I predict Gus is gonna be like, no, you're not. You're gonna help me, and that's how he's gonna align with Gus
Mm-hmm.
or Mike, because Mike knows Saul, so there's gonna be a
Knows, yeah.
connection. So that's how they're gonna have a connection. Because in Breaking Bad, Gus would refer to him as the lawyer. The lawyer.
The lawyer.
Yeah. You think Gus is what you would call a sociopath?
I would say so. Yeah.
I mean, he's basically just an actor. And I'll be honest with you, I've met a few people like this in my life, and I mean a few, where you can tell they're acting. Like their whole persona, everything they do is an act. Like they're trying to be normal, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while you'll see it like the real person that's like terrifying almost. And Gus is like that. He's basically just an actor. He's acting. And he's just he's just so good. I saw the actor posted like on Twitter or something. Gus
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Esposito. We
Mm-hmm.
posted it on our Happy Medium page. Actually, our interns did, and he's in good spirits.
Yeah.
He seems like a really cool guy. You know what happened to him was he was racially profiled. He was racially profiled. The cops like made him like empty his pockets and shit.
Really? When? Lately?
A few years ago.
Oh.
And then he was from some other show and actually recognized him from the other show, not Breaking Bad. And like they interviewed him afterwards, and the dude just had such a good attitude about it. Like he's just like seems like a guy like really at peace. And it was so far removed from who Stoffel Fring is.
Yeah, no kidding.
But what do you think's next for Saul? Obviously, he's going to have to deal with this Layla situation, I think.
Well, I think the big thing with this season is him and Kim. I think that wasn't even at the name of the episode. Like Mr. Goodman versus Miss Wexler. Wasn't that the name
Yes,
of the episode? I'm like,
it
oh,
was.
this is
It
gonna be
was.
good.
It
So I
was
think like
what
that's the what the thesis of this season is gonna be.
I just want to say, Kim is an amazing character.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
she
great
is really
actress.
good. It's gonna be. I hope she doesn't leave the Saul show. She adds so much to that.
Hmm.
What did you think about why do you think she felt so bad for that old fella who lived out on the land? Like why do you think she like tried to help him so much? Like it's just business. Like if you feel that way, I know it was the right way to feel, but
Because she feels for the. I mean, he's not a. I mean, I guess he is kind of a victim, but like she feels for the lower class of people. I don't know, like because that's why she does the pro bono work.
he had all the time in the world. They gave him all the
Yeah, that's
warning,
true.
and he was a fucking asshole. But whatever. I get what you're saying. It's just like I see her being naughty, and I don't mean to say that in like a creepy way. And then I see her like with a heart of gold. So it's weird. It's like she's kind of torn.
It's like
Like
because she
so,
hates the people she works for. She hates the
yeah.
Mesa Verde. She hates the law firm,
She,
even though she went back to it.
she hates the existence of it. She wants the money, but like she really wants to be like Saul, I think, and just have fun and like fuck the system, kind of, right?
Right.
All right.
She wants it both ways.
And something's gonna happen where she won't get it, or she'll have to make a decision, right?
Right. Yep.
Now, did you? I finally finished Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh man, what a finale.
Yeah, that was that Chaz Bono, the person with the big dick. Was that Chaz
I don't
Bono?
know who that was.
You know who Chaz Bono is? Cher's
Yeah,
son.
but
Also, I don't think that's how it works with the penis. I
no.
really don't think it's. Yeah, but whatever. It was funny.
It was just so much. I didn't like how they ended it. They
Well,
should have just ended it with the store on
Mo-
fire, and then boom, 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 and then they showed
yeah,
the house, and then like I don't
Mocha
know,
Joe got him. Mocha Joe, look, it's the
Mocha
last line.
Joe. Like that could be the last episode ever. Because shoot, it takes like 2 to 3 years for him to make a new season, and he's getting up
Yeah,
there, and now like everything's shut down. So you got to
yeah.
think like it could be the end, and that's why I was I think that's why I didn't like the ending, like the last shot. I'm like that could be the end of it, and he's just walking across the street to his house, and that was it. But the episode was really good.
It was, oh, stellar.
So I knew it was coming with the fire trucks at the beginning.
Yeah, I knew. Well, I
Like
knew.
like this is gonna come back. I had a feeling it was gonna be his store. Like the store somehow his store was gonna catch fire and he was gonna keep him back. But God,
I love the Josh Mankiewicz like 2020 like in the beginning, like spice stores, and they're like interviewing
yeah.
Mocha Joe, and he's like he complained about wobbly tables. He's like, well, are they wobbly? He's like, just put your foot on it.
But
And
just
Mila Kunis' spice store, like Jonah Hill's spice store, like
that was
think of that
like
concept. If some like how many times you go into a store and you get angry?
yeah.
I'm gonna open my own store and fuck you over. That's
That was Chaz Bono.
was it really?
Yeah.
Well, good for Chaz.
Um, I just think the best part of it all was when his store was on fire, and then the at the end when the firefighter was explaining to him why they couldn't rescue the store.
Everything he did.
Everything you did. Well, we tried to get the tables, but they were bolted to the ground. Yeah, I did that. Oh, you did that? And then what else was there? Other than there's so much hand sanitizer in the back that it was flammable. And then we tried to get water from the toilets, but there was no water. It's just everything. I was just laughing so hard when it just kept going and going and going.
You're gonna be investigated for this.
Like everything you did. What was the line?
It's like if I was gonna start a fire, I would do everything you did.
Oh man, I'm
He
sad it's
is
over. I might. I say this about everything. I might go back and watch all of Curb now.
yeah. I think they could still do another season if it wasn't this shit going on. Like, do you know if they quit Saturday Night Live? Like they probably can't do it, right?
Yeah, everything's shut down, especially in New
Like,
York.
well, the late shows, are they doing it from their house or they just shut down? I saw Jimmy Kimmel was doing some Skypes, which ooh,
Yeah,
looks so.
they're all doing it from their houses. Like everybody, every those people have to get in
So,
front of a camera, even if it's their own camera in their on their phone.
there's some radio people that have to go in though. I think if you're like a major morning show, they make you go in, even though Howard Stern's doing it from his house. But Howard, there's no way Howard should go out. He's over 60, and it's New York. It's where it's the worst. So I don't blame Howard for that at all.
Hmm.
He's doing like a Skype thing, which looks cool, but I haven't watched any of it yet. But I mean, did you see that? Some of the NBC people tested. We talked about that already.
Mm-mm.
Some people on NBC tested positive for it. They like quarantine Roker and some other people to make sure they're okay. I mean, just no one's safe. No one's fucking safe from this.
This is where my mind goes. So all these celebrities, have to post their selfie of, "Hey, I'm tested
Uh,
positive. I'm doing okay." This is just like Gervais's speech with
yeah,
if ISIS started, if you would have your agent call. Like I don't even know if this is true, but like, oh man, well so and so said they're positive. Look at the reaction they're getting. I think I should do it. And it's like, I got tested, but I have no symptoms. I'm feeling great. Like the bitch, why'd you get tested then? And why did you get posted on Instagram?
I can think of someone who really pissed me off. Kathy Griffin, who did that thing where she had the head of Trump, decapitated head of Trump, and
Yeah, right.
that like ruined her career because even like liberals didn't like that. So she went from playing like theaters and shit to like maybe doing clubs, which I mean for her is a big step down. I mean I don't think there's any shame in doing clubs. A lot of big people do clubs still. It's more intimate and it's more authentic in my opinion than like some theater. But she had it was egotistical of her to say like I've worked my way up from clubs. I don't go down to clubs. Whatever. She went to the ICU in Los Angeles and was started going off on Twitter about how Trump has ruined everything and she can't get treated and she's got this stomach pain and she's not feeling well and taking selfies from her fucking hospital bed with some ventilator on and she didn't have anything. She had a stomach bug. So you wasted everybody's time. You shouldn't have gone to the goddamn ICU. I mean,
Yeah,
this is the time you don't go to the emergency room unless you have to.
yeah. This is going to be the new thing where everybody's got to post selfies about either I'm not feeling good, and we have to have a
I,
big long. It's going to be political, or it's
she's disgusting though. Like you really think you matter that much where you're going to go to the ER and then like, oh God, Kathy Griffin couldn't get treatment? Like, oh, I'm so mad about this. You uncovered this. We didn't know this was that bad. It's like, no, you wasted everyone's time so you could get attention. Tom
yeah.
Hanks is doing fine. He didn't have to like take pictures of himself going, well, no. Idris Elba's, I don't know if he's doing fine, but I mean, yeah. And I see TMZ. They're like, oh, the Kardashian sisters got into a fist fight. This is crazy. It's like nobody cares. Like literally, that's like every like response is like nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's like you're that desperate. Like, oh, we need to be in the we need attention. We need attention. Let's get in a fight because TMZ works for the Kardashians. They do.
Hmm.
They take a shit. They put it like everything is Kardashian this Kardashian that. It's so they're so desperate for attention. Like look at me, look at me. It's like nobody cares about you right now. There's stuff that's way more important than you.
It's almost like these people just need to just take a break, because
They need to
especially
just
people who don't have, who could be struggling financially, lost their job. Like they don't need seeing shit from fucking celebrities.
I just like I'm quarantining like Drake. I may have said this already, but he's like here's my quarantine. And he's like going in his closet, his big shoe collection. It's like you're an asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Drake's music, but you're an asshole.
We
You're an
posted
asshole.
something on Instagram about these celebrities in quarantine.
I saw that. That's funny.
We're in our pool in our 20,000 acres and or not 20,000 square feet, and we're just struggling to get by, but we'll make it.
They're losing it though. Like no one cares about them right now.
Right.
Like no one cares about their stupid lives and their stupid existence. That really don't mean anything.
Well, everybody has to live stream now. Everything.
Yeah. Well,
Comedians, musicians, talk show
well,
hosts.
at first, and I'm guilty of it. I've done some like weird stream shit because I'm just bored. At first, I'm like, finally a solution, but then it's like, okay, this is not the same. This sucks.
Hmm.
Like certain things aren't meant to be like through your computer.
Right.
Like someone playing the guitar, like singing a song, okay. Metallica's doing live streams, okay. I mean, someone wants to do like some monologue or performance or do like, hey, this is what's going on, fine. But like everyone's doing it. It's like, help me, I matter. Look at me, look at me. I don't mean like normal people like us. I mean like the famous people.
Right.
It's just like, just take a time out, okay? The people that like pay your fucking bills are like dying, okay? Take a
Right.
fucking time out. We can't feed your ego right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think like hopefully like we'll realize how like meaningless these people really are, and they're just meant to entertain us and not influence us. But I'm sure like we'll go back to like being obsessed with them when this is all over.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, what's Kim Kardashian doing? I don't fucking care. Not right now, especially. I don't. I could care less. It's just, yeah.
Eat the
So
rich.
that's the Aerosmith song, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, he needs to eat. He's very skinny, Steven Tyler. He's got hot daughters though, so that's okay.
Yes, he does.
Right? All right, that's all I got.
All right. Well, we'll see how the craziness. I don't know. Actually, there's no craziness here. It's just what we're watching.
And we're lucky. We're very fortunate that that's the worst thing we have to deal with is what to watch.
And at the moment, right now, that we have no interruptions with internet and.
Oh, dude, I was predicting that so bad too. I was like, the internet's gonna crash. We're going back to zero.
That would suck.
Yeah.
But all right.
Man. Take care, dude.
Yep. Carol Baskin killed her husband.
She did. Changed my mind.